Alright guys, Rich here from the RCNetwork.com, and this is my full reveal of the brand new team associated RC10 B6D. Now of course this is their newest 1/10 scale 2-wheel drive buggy kit. Now this is the team kit and it is just released, so really happy to kind of take my time with this kit. I actually had a little bit of a vacation planned by the time I got the kit and in between finishing the kit, so a little bit of a delay of getting it out to you guys, but in the end I think it turned out great. Now of course went with some great blue on my body there, the J Concepts body that's included in the actual kit, and the way I got that color was using this metallic blue paint from Pactra. Now Pactra was re-released recently and really nice to have another option out there for paint. So with this paint it kind of goes on iridescently, and once you're done I went ahead and just sprayed it with some Outlaw Black to give it that kind of midnight blue look to it. So that's how I arrived at the color. I think it turned out great, and it definitely kind of matches some of the blue highlights of the factory team blue anodized aluminum that's on the kit. So overall, the actual kit went together great. It was just a pleasure to wrench on this kit, and in the end, I think it turned out great. I had no issues with any of the fitments whatsoever. Everything went together great, as I said in the previous video. Now with the electronics install, a little bit tricky with the mid-motor configuration going over the battery strap, and I'll kind of take off the body here in a second to show you exactly how all that turned out. Now as far as option parts or parts that are not included in the kit, and as far as some of the things that I chose, now I did put up a couple of pics of the stock J Concepts body here versus the new Proline Predator body. I actually opted to go with the J Concept one just for now. It is a little bit thinner. I am going to be running stock buggy here, so 17.5 turn motor, but it was just a little bit lighter in weight and a lot thinner than the Proline version, which I do appreciate to a certain respect because it is a buggy. Body doesn't get affected too much, but I did opt for the Proline Trifecta wing here. That's going to be this guy right here. Great super thick wing. Already comes kind of scotch brighted out so you can actually see the wing on the track, and it's just a great addition to any 10th scale buggy. Now as far as wheels and tires, I posted up a pic with a hashtag I need tires, and a buddy of mine, Jason Schneider, actually reached out and said, hey, I have some great tires available and they're super dialed. Would you like them? And he actually sent me over some tires to try out on this new B6D here. So he gave me basically a set of tires he thought would do very well at OCRC. So the rears right here are going to be the Rocket, and these are pre-glued, which I couldn't believe they actually came pre-glued for me. It looks like it says pre-mount right here. I mean, this is official, guys. Raw Speed RC, look at that. So great product overall. Can't wait to actually get these on the track and actually try them out. Now for the fronts, he gave me something a little bit different. These are the Enigmas. These are the 1/10 scale front 2-wheel drive, also a pre-mount. Super awesome. Thank you, Jason Snyder. So I'm ready to run on these things. So I'm going to have a full video of some of the Raw Speed tires. He actually sent me a couple other ones that were not glued up, just so I can give a glimpse of the inner carcass of it, and I'll be showing that off at a later video. Now, two other items that I did add to my vehicle as option parts. These are definitely not needed, but in the end, these things just worked out great. And I did opt for the Shell Racing Innovation wing buttons. Now these are aluminum, they're super thin, they will not make any weight difference whatsoever over the plastic, but they just look trick. I like them. I think they would look awesome. So nice that Team Associated went to a screw and wing now, because they just went on perfectly. And that's a look at the model number right there. And I'll have links down in the video description of these items. So available in blue and I think some other colors as well. Now, as far as the under chassis or the chassis protector, opted for the Shell Racing Innovations protector made by Upgrade RC. And what I like is every year it seems like things just get better in the RC industry. Now here's a look at the B6 chassis protector here, and what's really nice is they give you 3 extra bits for the rear clip, so it's actually a separate piece. That way, if you need to pull your rear diff out, you can pull it out without having to sacrifice your entire rear or chassis skid guard here. So nice item from Shell Racing Innovations. Quick model number there as well, but awesome products. All right, well, how much does this thing weigh? Let's weigh it in right now. I have a scale here all zeroed out. We'll be doing this in grams just so it's easy for everyone. But I do have my fully ready to run B6D here. There's nothing missing on this thing. And like I said, there are a couple of added items like the wing buttons, but nothing major, the chassis skid. But in the end, this is full ready to run. Nothing too crazily added, and definitely no titanium screw set hidden underneath this. But right now we are weighing in at 1575 grams. Looks like a good starting weight for this buggy. Can't wait to see how this thing can do. Let's go ahead and take a close-up look of the buggy under the shell. So how did the electronics get installed? Well, they went in pretty easily. Now I did opt for the Reedy Black Box 800Z. This is their censored ESC that is pretty much a no timing ESC, which is great for stock racing. This thing went in with no problem whatsoever. Pretty much plug and play. You do have to solder the leads up to the motor, which I did. Probably not my best soldering job, but I got it all hooked up nonetheless. Now I did post up on Instagram just my idea of how to mark the battery, since the battery strap actually covers the positive and negative on the battery. So just took a silver Sharpie, marked positive and negative. I know lots of color seeing people out there have different ways of doing it, but this actually works out for me, so pretty good in the end. I am going to be mating it up to my Futaba 4PX, and of course the 1206 servo from Reedy, super fast. It should be great in this vehicle. So setting up, I have not set up anything on this buggy yet. I have not set ride height, camber. I have done nothing to this. I'll wait till I get to the track to actually do all of that stuff, so that'll be at a later date. But here's a quick look up close of how everything turned out. Like I said, probably not my best soldering job, but got the leads over to the motor. I've seen some people actually flip-flop these two items right here, even mount this up on its side, putting this in the center, putting the battery leads on this side. There's lots of different options out there. I did leave my leads a little bit longer than average, just to kind of get acquainted with the chassis first before I start cutting them off to no end. Now the sensor wire that came with the 800Z, or actually the motor, the Sonic M3, fits nicely in this groove down here. So that was a pretty cool feature that I could just kind of tuck that away and underneath the battery. Quick spin around here to some of the other items. I mean, just a beautiful car overall. Quick look at those Enigmas on the front. I mean, overall, these should do very well. Has somewhat of a directional pin there on the very edges. And a look at the rocket here in the back. Well, guys, that is it. That is my full reveal here of the Team Associated B6D 2-wheel drive 1/10 scope buggy. I can't wait to get this thing out to the track, see what this thing can do overall, and in the end, hopefully film some pretty good stuff for you guys. Well, guys, that's it for now. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to post it on down below. And as always, thumbs up and subscribe. That's it for now, guys. Over and out.